The following video is a brief tutorial for the New York Teacher Evaluation Informal Observation app, made for the iPad, iPad mini, iPhone, and iPod. Hello, New York principals, supervisors, administrators, teacher leaders, and anyone who evaluates and observes teachers in New York. This is Dan from ClassroomWalkthrough.com to give you a quick run-through of the New York Teacher Evaluation Informal Observation app. This app has been designed for New York evaluators to quickly and efficiently conduct their required informal observations and provide immediate feedback to the teachers. This app has some wonderful features that allow you to completely customize your evaluation framework and put it in the palm of your hands. Let's go through some of the features. First of all, the app, of course, is operational in portrait mode, as you see right here, as well as landscape mode. For the sake of this run-through, I'll be doing it in the portrait mode. Let's start at the bottom right in settings. I've included, for simplicity, my information already, my signature, and I've loaded in a few of my teachers. I want to run through the observation items and checkbox labels buttons with you quickly. First, we'll tap on observation items. I have entered my walkthrough framework based on Charlotte Danielson's framework. And Charlotte Danielson's framework has 4 domains. And so I've included those domains here by tapping the Edit Domain Names in the top left. And you'll see those 4 domains. There's room for a 5th domain, and because I'm working on differentiation in my building, I've decided to add a few observation items in that domain. So I'm going to tap that domain 5 and enter differentiation, tap done, and there you have it. And we'll see that then when we conduct our actual observation. Additionally, all of these items are fully editable under each domain. In the top right, you see the Add New item. I can add observation items under each of these domains. As you can see here, they vary by the domain. Let's continue on and discuss the checkbox labels. The checkbox labels are the options that you may check based on how the teacher is doing in the observation. These are the ones that are currently in as default. However, I may want to change some of these to match the framework that I might be using. For example, I might change ineffective by tapping on ineffective and simply writing unsatisfactory. Tap done, and there you have it. We'll see that in the observation that we conduct as well. Any of these can be adjusted. There are 5 options to adjust, and we'll see as we conduct the observation, there's a 6th box, and that is comment. That box is fixed so that the evaluator can leave a comment under each observation item if he or she chooses. Let's continue on. We'll tap home, go back to the splash page, and begin our new observation simply by starting the new observation. We can enter the teacher, and you see I've entered a few of my teachers here. I'm going to select Colin James, and you can see the school populates automatically because I entered that information on the settings page. The department will pop up as well, and Mr. James teaches 7th and 8th grade, so I'll need to select which today's class represents. He's teaching 8th grade math, and the subject is algebra. So I'll type that in and then tap Start Observation. Now, here's the actual informal observation form. You can see the bottom bar shows the 5 different areas, the 4 domains for Charlotte Danielson, as I've entered, planning and prep, class environment, instruction, professional responsibilities, and then you see in that bottom right, differentiation is the one that I added. Each has its own icon, and if you look at the top left under the cancel button, you'll see the corresponding domain is written up there as well, and that stays fixed as you scroll through, so you can always see which domain you are working on. I'm going to begin the informal observation at this time. I'll be checking the boxes that apply, leave comments where I feel appropriate, and if I don't notice something in the classroom, I'll tap Not Observed. I'm going to conduct the informal observation and then meet back with you when I'm close to finished so we can finish together. So I'm back. I have completed the first 4 domains representing Danielson's framework. I'm ready to continue on with the 5th area that I added of differentiation. So as you can see, the first 4 domains have been complete. Sometimes I left comments where I felt appropriate, and other times I did not. Let's move on to differentiation. Just so you can have a feel of how I complete my informal observation, I look at the item. Instruction includes a variety of strategies, materials, and/or pacing to meet the student's needs. This specific teacher did an excellent job of this. They had some exit slips that varied by the student's readiness shown from the previous day's exit slip. So that was certainly highly effective, and I'm going to leave a comment about that. And I simply write, excellent job differentiating the exit slips based on the student's readiness. Tap Done, and there you see the comment appears directly below that. And when we submit the informal observation, you'll see that that appears below that specific observation item. They also made the learning accessible and challenging for all students in a similar fashion. Now the bottom 2 items here are items that will appear in that 5th domain, and they have pickers for the main instructional method and teacher location. So the main instructional method, this specific teacher was doing a question and answer session, and their location for the most part was in front of the class, but you can see through here there are several options, and you can even tap Other and leave a customized option of your own. Okay, so I'm ready to now submit my informal observation. As you can see, the teacher's name is still on the top with the elapsed time that I was in the classroom. Let's go ahead and submit the observation right now by in the top right corner tapping the Submit button. Would I like to share a general comment for this teacher? Yes, I would. This was an outstanding observation, so I'm simply going to make comment of that. And I may choose to write a lot of information here or not too much. But again, for simplicity's sake, I'm not going to write very much in this specific observation. Outstanding job today. Keep up the great work. I type Submit. Am I ready to submit this observation? Yes, I am. I tap Submit again. And here you see the informal observation report. The teacher's name and subject for this specific observation is up there at the top. And as you scroll through the informal observation, you can see all of the checkboxes that I used, every comment that I might have input, and then on the bottom right you see the time in and time out with the date, my signature, which I entered in the settings previously, and there's the entire form. So what do you do with it now? You can hit print if you would like to print a hard copy directly from your device, but I strongly suggest that you tap email, and let's do that right now. As you see, when you tap email, the email address of the teacher and yourself appears automatically. This way, when you hit send, the teacher and you get immediate written feedback of that observation. Let's do that right now and show you how simple it is. There it is. Sent successfully. Tap OK. Let's tap Home, and there we are back at the beginning, ready to conduct another observation if we choose. One more thing to point out is in the bottom of the tab bar, the Completed Reports button allows you to see a tallied report for your teacher, the entire department, grade, or even the entire school, so that you can look for patterns of excellence or patterns of concern for any of those groups. That is the New York Teacher Evaluation Informal Observation. I encourage you to check it out in the App Store. New York Teacher Evaluation Informal Observation.